Congratulations, you did it. You've gone viral. Now what? That's what we're going to talk about today. What to do after a piece of content that you have created has gone viral and how to maximize or capitalize on the opportunity that you have just created. So you did it. You've gone viral, and now the hard part's over. Or is it? There are multiple things to consider once a piece of your content has gone viral. First, to sit back and enjoy. You're getting millions of views, you're getting tons of likes and comments and engagement, and it's great. You're gaining followers and things can't be going better. But what do you do after that happens? That is the initial or base level result of going viral, gaining that interaction, gaining that engagement, and those followers that we're all looking for, and growing our accounts to something significant. But what do we do beyond that? There's a couple things that are going to happen as you have a piece of content that goes viral. It is one, going to affect the content around it. You are likely going to see an uptick in the engagement in your posts and in your reels and anything you create during that time. Make sure you, step one, out the gate, take advantage of that. Keep posting consistently. Don't sit back and think, okay, I did it, we're all good. That's not the case. This is when you start putting in more work. There's one thing that is guaranteed to happen at some point, and that is for your views and your engagement and your interaction that you're getting from that piece of content, and that is for it to stop. It will absolutely do that, and it'll affect the content around it, or so it'll seem. You're gonna ask yourself, what did I do wrong? Is something wrong with my account? What am I doing with my content? Don't worry about that. Keep posting and keep being consistent. Obviously, you've done something wrong. Take a look at that piece of content and try to figure out, what did I do here that I didn't do with my other content? And maybe start molding or making some minor changes to your content to create similar styles of content and increase your potential of going viral. But one thing you do need to understand is that you did nothing wrong at this point. All that engagement, all that activity is fantastic, but it will stop, it will drop off, and it will feel like something is going wrong with your account. It is not. Do not be worried. Do not be discouraged when that viral piece of content and the engagement you're getting from it just comes to a halt. That's okay. What do we do as creators? You just keep creating more content. Keep focused on what your goals are and what you're doing, and you're going to be successful. So that engagement has stopped. But does that mean that there's nothing else that you can get out of that piece of content that went viral? It absolutely does not. There are two levels to engagement. There's the first that comes naturally and authentically from the virality of your content. As I said before, the likes, the comments, the follows, that's great. Make sure you're engaging with that. But there is a second level to that engagement, and what you need to do as a creator to capitalize on it, that many creators don't, and then they wonder why their accounts are not growing, or why their follower base is not growing, because they're not taking advantage of that second level of engagement. And that is reaching out to those individuals that interacted with your content on a piece of content that goes viral. If you go into your insights, and this is speaking from experience, you should have 98 to 99% of that engagement coming from non-followers, and that is fantastic. What we need to do now is take those non-followers and convert them into followers. There's another video on this channel that talks about how to engage in 3 different ways with those people who've interacted with your content. This is the time to do that. Make sure you go check out that video in full detail of what you need to do to convert those likes, those comments, and those followers into more followers. And that's what everybody is looking for. But since you're here, let's get into some of those details on how we get that engagement and how we convert those individuals into our followers. Step 1, everybody who comments on your content. I'm talking, unless you have tens of thousands of comments, obviously you're not expected to go back and through it. But if you're looking at hundreds or thousands of comments, go through those and see people who are actually engaging with your content. Reply. Yes, type out a message, reply to their comments. If you can add something of value to them as an individual, that'll create that bond that we're looking for as creators with our audience. It is crucial to growing and being authentic. That's something that all creators should strive for. Respond to those comments, not with emojis, but with actual words. Type a message, show them that you are a human being and that you're taking the time to interact with them. And it is highly likely that that engagement, if it hadn't already, will turn into some kind of follower conversion, or at least get them to go ahead and look at your profile and some of your other content, and that should speak for itself at that point. The next step is likes. This is going to come second in this series because you have a post that goes viral In the other video that I talk about, likes is your base level, because we're not talking about tens of thousands or hundreds or even millions that you'll get on a truly viral post. That video talks about dealing with standard content that you put out on a daily basis or on a weekly basis or whatever your frequency is. But when we're dealing with viral posts, you're gonna have a large amount of likes. Don't forget about that. When your interactions or engagements stop, go back to those, and especially posts that have gone viral, and see who's liked your content. Reach out to them. Simple message in their DMs. Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed the content. I'm working on more. Something like that. You have to decide what you do as a creator, but reach out to that individual and send them a message. They've already interacted with your content. Instagram and the algorithm keep these data points, and they know that, hey, you're not just spamming people, you're going out and you're reaching people that have engaged with your content, and there is that data connection already. Leave them a simple message. What that'll do is that'll either, again, get them to go back and view that piece of content, or it'll get them to view your profile, and hopefully they view your profile, they see your other content, and they like what they see, and you convert them to a follower. And lastly, if you want to create good engagement with your audience, those that have followed you, maybe a temporary follow. This is just the reality of it. When most go viral, people will follow, and then later they will unfollow because maybe the remainder of your content is not what they're looking for. So let's create that connection immediately. You can go in through your insights and see who's followed you, and you can go ahead and message them and say something simple again. Hey, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Something, just a quick message, send it to them. It's going to make that connection, and it's going to create followers and a community that's going to stick with you in the long run. So the key takeaways are: the work is not over. You have to make sure you take advantage of going viral. There's that initial level of gaining the engagement, likes and comments and followers, but there is that second level that's going to get you through the part where your engagement stops, or at least it feels like it stops when this piece of content is done with its run. Use that second level of engagement, reach out to your audience and convert them to followers. First level, second level, and don't stop posting content, because everything around that piece of content is going to get affected. And when it stops, you're going to feel like something's wrong with your account. It is not. You're doing the right thing. Keep it up. Congratulations. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel. I have more content on the way. Leave a comment or like. Any of that's going to be great. I'll see you in the next one.